Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is the second installment of my 2017 beauty favorites video. If you missed the first video, I've decided to do things a little bit differently on my channel this year and actually break all of the videos up into separate categories so that you can just choose the ones that you want to watch rather than having to sit through like a favorites video that goes for like an hour. I know. That's a long time. So due to very popular demand, today's version is all of the best foundations of 2017. So thank you for all of the requests. Again, please leave a comment down below. Let me know which product category that you want to see next. I mean, I've tried to incorporate some things that were released in 2017, some new loves and some new favorites. So, oh, it's so hard because I'm such a foundation hoe. Let's do this. First up, really beautiful foundation for all skin types. So whether you've got dry skin, normal skin, or oily skin, the Urban Decay Naked Skin, gosh, I said skin a lot of times just now. The Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation is a really, really beautiful, lightweight foundation. It makes the skin look flawless. It covers things perfectly without getting heavy and cakey. I find that this covers redness, rosacea. I find that it minimizes enlarged pores and texture. It just looks beautiful and it lasts all day on the skin. When you wear this, your skin looks very healthy. It looks very hydrated. It's a good foundation. Next up, another Urban Decay foundation. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. And I can't quite remember if I actually reviewed this in 2017. I believe that I did. I'm not sure. This is an amazing, really, really long-lasting full coverage foundation. Definitely earns its name all-nighter. If you were to apply this, you know, in the evening, you were to go out clubbing, you'd be pop and sweating, all of that stuff. This is going to last you all night. It's not going to melt off. It's not going to transfer off. It's not going to sweat off. The one thing that I will say in reference to this foundation is that it does oxidize down 1 to 2 shades darker than when you apply it. So go a few shades lighter. Go a few shades lighter. I continually use this. I love mixing this with other foundations that don't particularly last as long. Honestly gorgeous, worth every cent, and yeah. You need it. Oh, it doesn't flash back in flash photography either. It is gorgeous. I couldn't not include this. Estee Lauder Double Wear. If you know me, if you know my channel, and if you struggle with oilier skin or you just struggle with foundations not lasting, Estee Lauder Double Wear, the hands down and, you know, up and above all of the foundations that I will mention in this video, this here is still my absolute best, most favorite, most loved, most used foundation in my entire collection. I cannot recommend this one anymore. This stuff will not budge. It will keep your skin matte all day. It won't transfer, it won't cake, it won't separate, it won't settle into fine lines and pores. I love this stuff. If my middle name could be Estee Lauder Double Wear, it would be. It really would be. Like, this is the epitome of Nikkiah. Another old favorite that I have just loved for years and years and years, and this is actually the foundation that I stock in my professional makeup artistry kit. I've pretty much got this in every single shade, like no kidding, and it comes in a lot of shades. This is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. Really, really beautiful. It's a medium to buildable full coverage foundation, but under flash photography, it is just like you wouldn't believe. It airbrushes the skin. It makes you look so perfect. That is why I stock it in my freelance kit, because obviously a lot of the clients that I work with, you know, they're coming to me to have their makeup done for special occasions, for weddings, you know, models and things like that. Flash photography, Studio Fix Fluid, it's like a match made in heaven. And also, for those of you in Australia, MAC is now stocked at Mecca Maxima stores, which is really cool. I just love this stuff. I have spoken about it for years. It looks so nice on the skin. Wouldn't probably recommend this for like an everyday foundation. For me, this is more sort of like for a special occasion because it is quite like, it will make your skin look so perfect that it nearly kind of doesn't look quite real. Does that make sense? Like, this on the skin is like, oh, Photoshop, I'm amazing. Like, so good, but for me, yeah, not so much every day. I would go Estee Lauder Double Wear every day over this one, but I would go this one for special occasions over the Double Wear. Okay, next up, a new release from 2017, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. Why? I spoke about this in the primers video. Why do they need to have such long names? Like, you're just trying to make it hard. How am I going to fit that in a text message? Like, seriously. This is another really beautiful, lightweight, matte foundation. And what's different about this one is that it actually does work quite well with dry skin types. I originally said in my review, you know, I was like, oh, if you've got dry skin, probably avoid this one. But since then, I've actually used this on several people who do have dry skin and it's worked beautifully. It hasn't, you know, creased or it hasn't kind of sucked the life out of the skin. Really, really beautiful, very lightweight formula, but packs a punch in terms of coverage. It will last you all day. In reference to the shade range, obviously this one does come in 40 shades, but I will say as the foundation dries down, it definitely sets down 1 to 2 shades darker than, you know, what it looks like when it's fresh or when it's in the bottle. So bear that in mind when you are color matching yourself. Just grab a few shades kind of lighter than what you think you are and you should be fine. Okay, next up, the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation. You guys have heard me talk about these in so many videos, and just as I said in all those videos, this stuff is an amazing, affordable drugstore foundation for those of you with oilier skin or for those of you with skin types that just don't particularly like to keep their foundation on. You know how some days your skin's just not having it? It's like, you can pay 10 pounds of makeup on me and I'm just gonna reject it and it's all gonna be gone by lunchtime. Yeah, this foundation is amazing for those occasions. Like, it is like paint. It will not budge. It will not come off. Very similarly to the Estee Lauder Double Wear. Like, it is glued onto your face like there's no tomorrow. Make sure you wash your face really well at night because, girl, this is going to travel into next week. It's an oil-free formula and it leaves kind of like a demi-matte kind of finish on the skin. So it's a mattifying formula, but at the same time it doesn't look flat and there's still like a little bit of life and a little bit of dewiness. It's beautiful. Not the most natural foundation. Again, if you're not into, you know, fuller coverage foundations, you're probably not going to enjoy this because it is a reasonably full coverage. But obviously any foundations, you know, you can shear them down by mixing them with primers, by mixing them with moisturizers and by applying them in different ways. Honestly beautiful, a really, really amazing drugstore fave. Amazing. Seeing as we just did that drugstore foundation, have to talk about the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. This is a new release by Maybelline in 2017. This is kind of like their old Superstay foundation on steroids. It's so much better than the older formula. It is fuller coverage, it lasts longer on the skin, it looks more beautiful on the skin, it blurs pores, imperfections, fine lines, textures, all of that stuff better than the old formula. And oh my gosh, this will cover up everything. This will cover up the things that you did with your boyfriend when you were 16 that you don't want your mum to know about. This will cover up all the tests that you cheated on in high school. I see you. I know you did it. It will cover up everything. It is absolutely amazing. Redness, rosacea, acne scarring. This will cover it all. This is affordable. It's beautiful. It still feels really lightweight on the skin and it is hella long lasting. If you're an oily skin type, doesn't control oils, it's not going to actually keep you matte, but at the same time when those oils do come through, it's not going to separate, it's not going to cake, transfer, budge, smudge, move, any of it. Beautiful, beautiful foundation. I did a review recently on this one, very recently. I'll link it down below. Actually, all of these foundations, all of the individual reviews will be linked below if you want to look at them. There's a lot of them. I'm just like obsessed with foundations. Foundations are my favorite product. Out of all the product categories, foundations is my favorite. I'm just like, I get so excited about it. I'm sorry. Alright, next up, Nars Sheer Glow. Again, this is another much long-loved product. I have been using this for years. I've been swearing by it for years and I've been loving it for years. Absolutely beautiful, sort of glowy kind of foundation that's still really amazing coverage, that's still really amazing in terms of lasting on the skin. This one's not going to last you as long as, you know, some of these mattifying foundations like, you know, Estee Lauder Double Wear or the Urban Decay All Nighter. It's certainly not going to last as long as them, but it makes your skin look so beautiful. Much like the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, I will wear this, you know, on those occasions when I really want to look nice. I really want my foundation to look perfect for special occasions or, you know, taking slaying makeup selfies. Hello. It makes your skin look beautiful. It is perfect for all skin types. Drier skin types are actually going to really, really love this, but at the same time, oily skin types really, really love this. I've been loving this for years. I've repurchased it that many times. I feel like this might be was the 7th or the 8th bottle. I can't exactly remember, but I've been through a lot of this, a lot. Next up is another 2017 release. This is the brand new Too Faced, what do they call this? Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. Oil-free, 14-hour wear, oil controlling, photo-friendly. Definitely agree with all of that. This is actually one of the rare foundations that do a really good job in terms of controlling oil production and keeping the skin looking really, really nice and matte. Just gorgeous. The only reason that you haven't really seen these pop up in too many recent videos is because I actually need to get a lighter shade. I've got the shade Sand in this, and unfortunately it is too dark on my skin. This is a really beautiful kind of light to medium coverage foundation, amazing for everyday wear. It smells like peach. If you're not into that, I do apologize, but I am so into that. But yeah, it's a really nice sort of light to buildable medium coverage, fantastic for everyday wear, will control your oils, it looks beautiful and soft on the skin, it doesn't look like, you know, matte, like dead zombie, you've dug me out of the ground kind of dead. That probably was the worst description I have ever made. The only thing that really does irk me about this foundation is that Too Faced has only released it on the Too Faced website, and they've also made it exclusive to Sephora. Now, because Too Faced isn't stocked in Sephora stores here in Australia, we literally cannot get hold of this. TooFaced.com also doesn't ship here. It's so annoying. It is so annoying. So if you are in Australia and you're wanting to get your hands on this, your best option is eBay or Amazon. And I know it sucks, but it is what it is, and that's how I got hold of mine. Why do you do that, Too Faced? Please release it worldwide. It's not fair to the rest of us who have oily skin, who need this in our lives. And you do kind of need this in your life. Yeah. And then lastly, and I'm actually really surprised that I'm including this, like this is proof of how much of an impact this foundation has had on me, because I only just tested it and reviewed it like a week ago, and I've literally been using it every single day since. This is one of the best foundations released in 2017. It is the Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation, and I know I've only just reviewed it, but oh my goodness, this foundation deserves to be in this video. It deserves to be here. This is a really amazing full coverage, and I mean full coverage. You can get an entire face covering absolutely everything, all imperfections, all redness, all dark under eye circles, everything with less than one pump. Take a minute to process that. Crazy. Like, it is actually ridiculous. I've worn this every single day since I first tested it. I've mixed it with other foundations. I've mixed it with primers, moisturizers, everything. I cannot... sometimes with foundations, what I will do is I will actually work really hard to try and make it fail. I know that sounds so pessimistic, but I'm a little bit like, really? Is it that good? Is it just me? Am I going crazy? Yeah, this stuff is actually that good. It has not failed for me, not even once. This one is an oil-free matte formula, but it doesn't actually control oil or anything like that. I will still get oily when I wear this. I do still need to touch up when I wear this, but at the same time, it doesn't separate. It doesn't melt, it doesn't oxidize, it doesn't shift and transfer. It stays on the skin so incredibly well. It is absolutely beautiful. It's a bummer that things take so long to ship from the Jouer website internationally. I waited over a month for this to arrive, but I gotta tell you, it was worth every second of that wait. I love that stuff, and I did review it a couple of days ago, so like all of the other foundations that I said, if there are separate reviews on them, I will link them down below in the product listing. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 10 foundations of 2017. I hope that you enjoyed today's we're gonna call them installments? Let's call them installments. Today's installments of my 2017 beauty favorite series. As I said earlier, please let me know in the comment section down below which product category you want to see next. I love you all so much. I hope you're having an amazing silly season. There's a massive box of chocolates on the bench in the kitchen, and I'm like, it's Christmas, so I've got an excuse, right? It's Christmas time. Brandon's actually stopping me from eating them because I made him promise to. I'm regretting that decision a lot. Just drink water, Nikia. Don't eat chocolate. Oh. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in tomorrow's video.